Cruising is gaining in popularity every year, and options for different cruising experiences abound. We will learn more about cruising in this presentation. Today, cruising is much different than in the past. It's no longer just for the older or rich travelers. Since the 1980s, the pace of cruise shipbuilding has increased, and between 2008 and 2014, cruise travel outpaced general leisure travel in the U.S. by 22%. The demand for cruising has increased 68% over the last 10 years. These figures are from CLIA, the Cruise Lines International Association. The concept of cruising has totally evolved from being merely a means of transportation and only for the rich or retired. Today, anyone who can afford a vacation can afford to cruise. All sorts of travelers are enjoying cruises, including honeymooners, family groups, couples, singles, and other groups, including incentive groups. However, a large portion of the population still has not cruised because they aren't aware of the options available, or they have fears and misconceptions about cruising. Travel professionals can play a large role in addressing this lack of information. Let's talk about CLIA, Cruise Lines International Association, whose main purpose is to promote and raise awareness about cruising. CLIA was formed in 1975 and currently has 62 global cruise members, including ocean, river, and specialty cruise lines, representing 95% of the global cruise capacity. CLIA is a great resource for learning about cruising and cruise destinations, as well as individual member lines and ships. There are several types of cruise lines. Major categories include mass market, which can be subdivided into contemporary resort-style brands, and premium brands, luxury, and specialty cruise lines. There are several cruise lines in the mass market category, appealing to different audiences. Mass market lines emphasize entertainment and the ship as a destination. Some ships in the mass market categories are huge, and it's a challenge merely to find your way around in a week. There are numerous activities and ways to spend your time. Some mass market lines appeal to the more frugal traveler with lower prices, while premium lines may charge more, but also offer a more elegant atmosphere and upscale features. The luxury cruising market emphasizes amenities and personal service. They may attract clients that are more status conscious or who want more personal treatment, upscale amenities, and specialized or exotic itineraries. They may also enjoy the more formal atmosphere of some of the luxury lines. The specialty cruise market is sometimes difficult to define, but basically it emphasizes adventure, the experience, and the destinations. Prices for specialty cruises may range from moderate to deluxe. It's important to mention the recent growth of river cruising. 170 river cruise ships were operating in 2015, with 18 new river cruise ships on order for 2018, which is a growth of 10%. Most of these ships are concentrated in Europe, but you will also find them in the US, Asia, and other destinations. It can be confusing choosing which cruise is a good match for the traveler, and that's where the knowledge of a travel professional comes in quite handy. Knowledge about cruise lines and particular ships is crucial. What is the atmosphere or personality of the cruise line, and what's the ship like? What's the target audience of the cruise line? Which destinations and itineraries are right for particular clients? Do they want sun and beaches, culture, a lot of port stops, or more time on the ship? How much time do they have? Are they interested in particular activities or themes, such as a music cruise or a cruise that focuses on wine and food? And what do you consider when choosing a cabin or stateroom? Location, deck and position on the deck, category, inside, outside, or balcony, size, standard or suite, and number of berths will affect pricing. Most ships offer staterooms with 2, 3, or 4 berths. A few can accommodate 4 people, plus an additional child. and there are suites with more room but still accommodating up to 4 or rarely 5 people. Typically, pricing is per person based on 2 people occupying a stateroom, and if you are a single occupying a stateroom for 2, you will pay a single supplement, usually 150% to 200% of the usual per person price. However, some cruise lines have started offering single staterooms with single pricing. It's important to understand cruise terminology. This list is a start, and there is a more extensive list in your text. There are many cruise destinations worldwide, with the Caribbean winning in popularity year after year. The Caribbean itineraries are typically broken down into 3 major itineraries: Western, Eastern, and Southern. It's also important to keep up with the changing trends in cruising. More and more ships are offering better and more economical internet connections as the demand for connectivity increases. People may prefer luxury travel when cruising, or with the advent of even bigger ships, the ship becomes the destination. Also, overnight stays at ports of call are increasing. Cruising is becoming more popular for extended families as there are activities to fit all ages and interest. Ships are also connecting with volunteer opportunities, along with other specialized activities and interest. Cruising is a popular specialty for travel professionals. According to CLIA, the number of member travel professionals specializing in cruises has more than doubled in 6 years. Cruising is not only a fun way to travel, it can be a profitable niche for the travel professional.